Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Abeer's Book Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing this book, Portraits of Power by NK Singh. So this book is an autobiography slash memoir slash family history about Mr. NK Singh. He is currently an Indian politician and he's the chairman of the 15th Finance Commission. And before that, he played a multitude of roles in the Indian bureaucratic system. So this book is about his journey, how he started off in the Indian political scene, and how his work has changed, his roles have changed, and how India has changed along with that. So it basically chronicles India's journey alongside his own. The book starts off firstly by giving a brief family history, because some of his other family members have also and are also involved in the Indian bureaucratic system and the political system. But the book is mostly about Mr. NK Singh and what roles he has played, what he has done to develop the Indian economy, and who were the main figureheads, political or industrial leaders that he worked with during his time. So it is a pretty good book. It talks about one of the main points of this book is about the planning commission and the prime minister's office, how they were sort of set up, what was the norm before they were set up, how are things managed, and how they currently function, and what is going to be their role in the coming few years. The book also sort of gives examples of his work, like when he worked when he was in Japan. He was one of the he was a very important person when he was in Japan, because he worked to get a very big automobile manufacturer from Japan to India and set up one of their biggest factories here in collaboration with an Indian brand. They're called Maruti Suzuki now, and they're one of the biggest automobile manufacturers in India today. It also talks there are a few chapters which focus on the 1991-92 economic crisis and how the Indian financial system was essentially revamped during that time, and how he worked with different world governments, and how he worked with different international bodies such as the World Bank and IMF to bring about a change in the Indian financial system. He also talks about the different political and industrial figureheads who he worked alongside with, such as Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, and Prime Minister Modi, Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So it is a pretty good book. It is pretty interesting to read about someone like Mr. NK Singh, who has played such a big role in changing the Indian financial system and bringing it to a level where we are now, in the top 5 biggest economies in the world, and how it has played out over a period of 50 to 75 years. It does not happen overnight. There are a lot of policy makings and decisions that go into building a great economy, and this book sort of gives you an insight into that, how it was started, where it is today, and where it is going in the future. And it also gives you a little bit of insight into, in general, how the Indian political and bureaucratic system work. So yeah, that is the book once again. It is a pretty big book, so it is definitely not for everyone, I'd say. If you have a level of interest in learning about Indian democracy and how it works, what are the different roles played by the different ministers, how they all collaborate, what's the decision-making process like, and how sort of the Indian financial system has changed over 75 years, then you should definitely pick up this book. Again, I need to warn you that even though it is extremely well written, it does get boring in some parts, and you might find it to be a little repetitive. But apart from that, it's a pretty amazing book. You'll get to learn a lot, obviously, from someone like, like Mr. NK Singh, who has held a plethora of roles and positions of importance during his time. So yeah, that's it about the book. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.